Hi everyone, this is Matt from the Essential Credentials, and tonight I'm going to be going through my first big side PC that I've been putting together. If you watched our last podcast episode, you saw and heard about how important it is for us as collectors to have side PCs. And we can sometimes get burned out by chasing that one player and looking at the same cards over and over again. Greg brought up a great point of how he likes to go through different collections as phases just so he doesn't burn out on looking for Tim Salmon cards all the time. And so in the back of my mind, I've always wanted to start a side PC of this player. And in front of you, you can see two jumbo cards, and a book by Rick Ankiel called The Phenomenon. And I read this book 2 summers ago, or a year and a half ago, excuse me, and his story of redemption is one that, for me, personally, makes me feel really good because of the things that I've had to overcome when it comes to athletics or when, becoming a teacher. I definitely didn't have red carpet laid out for me, and I had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations to get there. And Rick Ankiel's story, in a lot of ways, is very similar to mine. And for anybody that watched Rick Ankiel when he came up, you know that he was an amazing pitching prospect, one of the best that we've ever had coming up in the last 20 years. His cards were going bonkers in the hobby, and the market for him was very, very strong. So let's talk about that part of his career, the pitching part of his career. As you can see in front of you, both of the cards have him pitching. So we're going to focus on that side of his career first. So I'm going to start from the year that his cards started getting made to about 2002, and then we'll talk about that. So one of the first cards that got people excited about collecting Ankiel came from this set right here, 1999 Flair Tradition Update. So these sets, there have been a few that have been released. I'm most familiar with 94, which A-Rod was in. 98, which J.D. Drew was in. That was the very first J.D. Drew rookie card. And then the 99 set. Over the last week, I've had the pleasure of opening all of those, and I have to say that this one was by far the most enjoyable because of the condition of the cards. So I was able to pull a raw copy of the very first available Major League rookie card of Rick Ankiel, and as you can see, it's in pretty darn good condition. I'm really happy about that. And Rick was popular for obviously his amazing pitching, but he wore these high striped socks with the fake stirrups in there, and he had a very unique pose with his pitching that just seemed to work great for cards. And so I was able to pull that. And along with that, I wanted to pick up a graded copy. I haven't found the PSA 10 yet, but here's a PSA 9 of that card. So those cards were around $15 a piece or so when they came out. I think they peaked at around 20 or so ungraded. Obviously the graded ones, I think these were around 50, and the PSA 10, BGS 10 was around 200 or so. Big time card. But then fast forward a few months, like 2 or 3 months, and Ultimate Victory came out with a set, and the rookies were short printed. They didn't have printing numbers on them except for the Ultimate 100, which you've seen in one of my A-Rod videos. And because the mail system is so crazy, I don't have the base version of this yet. It should have been here over a week ago, but I have the foil parallel version with all these crazy stripes going on. And at the peak of this card's value, this card was valued at around $150 or so. The base card was around 80 or 90, and then you multiplied that by 2 to get the value of this card. So I kind of split it right down the middle. So just a gorgeous card. So those 3 cards right there, plus there was a minor league card here or there that you could get of them. I have a copy of the SP Top Prospects out of 175. So these are some of the cards that were available of him in 1999. And He had only played a few games, but people knew that his talent was immense. And so from there, the hobby kind of took off. And Rick started the year 2000, as one of the top pitching prospects in all of baseball and a full-time starter for the Cardinals. So I'm going to go through I'm going through every card in my collection of Ankiel, so bear with me through this longer video. But this is one of his biggest cards from 2000. This is the SPX on-card auto. Now, because he had the Flair Tradition cards come out and the Ultimate Victory in 99, those are his official rookie cards. But this was, because he didn't play very many games, is considered his full and first rookie year cards. So this card was huge back in the day, and even numbered out of 1500. I'm still chasing the Radiance of that, so if anybody sees this video and has a copy, please let me know. Would love to grab it. He had a lot of really cool cards, and one set that you're going to see him, one company that really went crazy with his cards was Pacific. So this is going to be a Pacific heavy year for Rick. But one card from Skybox Dominion that I just cannot get over is the New Era Warp Tech from Skybox Dominion. I love what this card does in the light. When I got this card, I was shocked at how awesome it was. Now, I got this in a PSA 8, and it cost me a pretty penny, so there had to have been a set collector out there going for it graded, but I popped it out of the case and put it in one of these mini snaps here that Tanner Jones always talks about, and it's probably the only one I'm going to keep in there for now, but I love the way that card looks. Another card that was really popular of his was, as you know, Finest Refractors of players. Their first year cards are pretty big. So this, even though this is his rookie year, it's not technically, again, all these are not rookie cards, but they were all listed in Beckett because of the market that was going crazy for him. But this is Rick's first Finest Refractor. And I got to give a shout out to Chris V from the Real 90s group. He hooked me up with this card plus a bunch of other base cards from 2000 that I was able to add to my collection that I didn't have. So thank you, Chris. Love the way this card looks. It's a beautiful refractor. Love to find a gold refractor of this someday. So let's get into some of the, I'm going to go non-Pacific and then I'll get into all the Pacific cards. This one's from 2000 gold label, the Class 3 gold out of 100. And all the parallels in this set, Class 1, Class 2, Class 3, have this deckled edge and are obviously die cut to one and numbered to 100. So love the way that these cards look. It's so beautiful in the light. We have just a couple more non-Pacific cards in here and then we'll move on. I've been really fortunate to have a lot of people message me with their cards for sale of Ankiel. Some people have even sent me some cards, and I've been really lucky with that. Someone we're going to have on the podcast Sunday is Ryan Scripter. He's a big Mariners collector, and you can look him up on YouTube. Mariners Collector, I believe is what he is. I'll make sure to link that in this video. He sent me this, plus an autograph card that I will show later. This is from 2000 MLB Showdown. Now this one, there's no first edition of Rick Ankiel because he was not included in the first edition set. But I want to say that these are just beautiful. I cannot get over the shine of the first MLB Showdown cards. So, thank you so much, Ryan, for this one. Love, love, love that card. This is from Upper Deck Ionics. This is the Futuristics short print. And these were actually valued at around $10 to $12. Then this isn't even the reciprocal version, which I have on the way. So, Ionics is, as many of you know, a set that I loved, and one that kind of did take a really big step back in 2000. But great card nevertheless. A lot of his pictures look just like that, as you'll notice in his pitching windup. Probably my favorite non-Pacific card that I own is from 2000 Bowman Chrome. This is the Retro Future Refractor. And my goodness, this is one of the most beautiful cards that I've ever seen. I've missed on the A-Rod twice, but the picture they use for Ankiel with all these dots in here, wow, man. You know, tribute to my buddy Aaron Davis. Wow. I love, love, love the way that card looks. these three are going to sit right there as I go through all my Pacific cards. All right, so Pacific, as you can see by this stack, Mike Kramer loved Rick Ankiel and loved what he would do for the hobby, and so he put him in a lot of his sets. And let's just go through all of them best I can. I'm just going to go here. This is from 2000 Paramount. There's 2 to show here. I have the Hollow Silver Parallel out of 99. And I also have the Hollow Green Parallel. Now, it doesn't necessarily look that green, but these were 7-Eleven pack only inserts. Number 2 out of 99. So imagine how many of these never made it to the open market or into collections because they sat in 7-Eleven stores. So really, really like that card. Another 7-Eleven special, as we're going to call it, is the 2000 Pacific Green Parallel out of 99. I got this from an order not too long ago, and it was in one of my mail day videos. And once I really realized how rare these are, I don't think there's too many of these left on the open market. So super pumped to add that. I've had that one for a little while. As well as this one, 2000 Invincible Ticket to Stardom. I have yet to have my A-Rod shipped to me from COMC, but I've had that waiting in my cart for a while. But really cool to see Rick in a Pacific insert set. And Mike Kramer must have thought that he was going to be big time. That's for sure as a pitcher. And in 2000 he was. He was fantastic. 2000 Invincible Purple. And man, that purple foil looks so beautiful. I can't wait to look for the A-Rod of this and the Platinum Blue as well out of 67. Just love the way the foil shines on this card. And it's got kind of a see-through blue part on it as well. Really neat design. Like that card a lot. This is the base rookie from Vanguard. I was lucky enough to pull this out of a box with my dad that I opened when I was back at his place in the summer, so I've kept it ever since. So this base rookie booked at, I believe, $3. So like I said, it says rookie here, but it's honestly not his rookie card, it's just his rookie year. But I have the premiere date still coming. It's coming all the way from Hawaii. While I wait for that, I was able to get the green parallel, and that is out of $199. I have the A-Rod green, which is out of $99, and what they did is the green National League cards were $199, and the green American League were $99. So I pulled a Sean Green out of a Vanguard box, and it was, of course, out of $199 because he played for the Dodgers. Not an expensive card, but sure a beauty. 2000 Bowman's Bests. Say that 10 times fast. Look at the shine on this card. Wowza. Rick almost looks like he's wearing a kind of weird blindfold thing there, huh? It's my superhero mask, but really, really like that card. This is from 2000 Omega, the EO portraits. And you can see if I can get some white behind it. You can see Rick's face right here. Cool insert set. They did this for 3 years in Omega. I've got a run of 5 different cards here, all from the same set. So I'll go like this and reveal them one at a time. This is 2000 Crown Royale, his rookie year card out of $4.99. So there's that version. Then we have the limited series out of $144. The premiere date out of $121. The platinum blue out of $75. And the proof out of $50. Tanner Jones, if you watch this and you have the uncut Ankiel, would love to add that to my collection because I'm very close to having the rainbow of this. So thank you. Love that I was able to find most of those all together. And I was able to complete this rainbow as well from 3 different sellers. So I want to make sure I have it in the right order. I sure do. I talked about this in one of my videos with A-Rod. I was able to find these. This is from, let's hold off on these for just a minute so I can show the last 2000 ones. I have 3 2000 Prism versions, so the holographic gold. And I love what this does in the light. Check that out. It's really sweet. Out of 480. And I'm not familiar with the parallels yet. These two, you can barely tell the difference. So I'll have to go on that Radicards website and see which is which. But I'm pretty sure these have a print run in the 600s or 700s. But just, man, Prism did a great job. So that's definitely a rainbow that I'm going to be chasing. All right, so let's go to the end of 2000. Rick starts the very first game against the Atlanta Braves, his childhood team. And if you read the book, you'll hear about it in more detail. He gets a case of the yips, and he throws 5 wild pitches in 1 inning and gets taken out of the game. That moment defined him for many years, but after that game, he still wanted to try to overcome that. So in 2001, he actually has a good deal of number of cards that made it into sets, but he hardly pitched at all through spring training. As you'll see in a lot of these photos are spring training photos, and I will talk about post 2001. So I showed these just a little bit earlier. This is the rainbow from 2001 of these cards. This is the retail limited out of 85. This is the hobby limited out of 70. And this is the extreme limited out of 45. All from 2001 Pacific. You can see spring training photo. Love the kicks, by the way. Really cool. This is from 2001 private stock, the reserve insert. And these are really cool. These are like these paper thin canvas type feeling cards. Pretty much the same picture. Got to be from the same throwing session as well. Some of these cards were made prior to him trying out at spring training in 2002, or excuse me, 2001. So in 2001, he also had from Fleer Focus the Big Innings Insert VIP edition out of 50. This is a beautiful card. This is from 2001 Leaf Certified. This is the materials, the Mirror Red. Definitely got to chase down the blue and the gold, but the red is perfect with this uniform, with this Cardinals uniform. Really nice looking card there. 2001 Fleer Ultra Platinum Medallion. It's almost like Fleer Ultra had a little bit of a peek into the future with this card. That is also out of 50. That Mirror Red was out of 75, by the way, I believe. Yes, 75. Okay. Both from 2001 private stock, spring training photo. We've got the artist canvas. If you have a chance to pick up one of these are really, really cool cards. You can see that texture on there. It's kind of shiny. Really, really neat, unique cards. And the premiere date out of 90. Anybody that's chased Ichiro's best rookie card other than the Ultimate Collection knows that he's in 2001 SP Authentic. That is a dream card for me for sure. But I was able to find the SP Limited out of 50 from 2001 SP Authentic. One of the more unique poses that Rick threw. That Rick had on cards. Talking about flexibility. Awesome card there. And these are all from 2001 Donruss Elite, the primary colors. So I'm going to show the non-die cut cards first. This is the red non-die cut out of 975. This is the blue non-die cut out of 200. And this is the yellow non-die cut. Yes, got a piece of plastic under there, under the Perfect Fit sleeve. And that is numbered only to 25. Extremely short printed card. But I have to say, I only have one here. The blue is on the way, but I was able to find the toughest version. And that is the die cut cards, and they are beautiful to look at. This is the red die cut out of 25. So I'm really excited for the blue die cut to get here too, to have this next to it, but I'm still looking for the yellow die cut of this card. But our namesake card, I've got to show this. It's not super rare or anything. It's out of 299. It's the 2001 EX Essential Credentials. Really, really like that card. So, there we are. So we're in 2001. Rick attempted a comeback, and he just could not get his command under control. So without going into too much detail, Rick came back again in 2005 and gave it a shot, 2004, 2005, and it just didn't work out for him. He threw a scoreless inning in relief, but the yips overcame him, and at the end of that year, he contemplated retirement and decided that he was going to retire from baseball. And within hours, his agent, Scott Boras, said, hey, why don't you give outfield a try? And rather quickly, he said, you know what, that's a great idea. So the next day, he got off the couch and went straight to spring training, showed up, and he was an outfielder. And it took him 2.5 years to get back, but toward the end of 2007, Rick made it back as an outfielder, and he homered in his first major league game as an outfielder. And it's such an amazing moment. And I will tell you that one thing that always sticks out to me, other than the home run, was Tony La Russa cheering for him after he hit the home run. And then Tony in the post-game press conference, literally in tears, crying about Rick and his story and him being able to come back. That is why I collect Rick Ankiel, because it's a story of redemption. And I mean, who doesn't like that, right? But I'm going to show you some post-pitching career, hitting career cards. I don't have too many yet because he honestly didn't have a whole lot other than base cards, but I was able to pick up a few really nice ones. So this is 2008, Topps Heritage, the black refractor. These cards are stunning in person. Scans do not do these justice. And that is numbered out of 59. Picked up the following year's black refractor as well. 2009 Topps Heritage. This is numbered out of 60. Great looking card as well. From 2009 Topps, the black border. These are super tough to find in good condition. You can see they're a little condition sensitive. All the corners tend to get pretty dinged up. That's out of 58. From that same year, 2009 Topps Gold Refractor, Topps Chrome Gold Refractor. They definitely don't shine like the refractors of old, but nevertheless, really tough card. Numbered out of just 50. Where the heck is it? There it is right down there. 3 of 50. Which is awesome. Okay. Also from 2009, almost said 99, so used to it. The Upper Deck Team Checklist. Out of 9, yeah, like I said, on 99 the parallel. Not a super expensive card, but these definitely don't show up very often, especially being a checklist card. You can see all the players that were on the team at the time. So once he made it on the Cardinals, he played there for 3 years, or 2 years and a quarter, we'll say. He kind of fell off a little bit as a hitter. Still had one of the best outfield arms of all time. You'll have to go look up that highlight of him throwing out 2 Rockies players. It's talked about in the book, and it's one of the most amazing throws that you'll ever see. But he was able to he made it to the Braves. He was traded there at the end of the season. And he made it to a playoff game, or to the playoffs with the Braves, and in one game tied against the Giants. In the 10th inning, he hit a monster home run into McCovey Cove. And I remember at the end of that game, he talked about it being the culmination of everything he's worked hard for, especially going back and playing for his childhood favorite team, the Braves. So I have a couple cards of him in a Braves uniform. This is the 2010 Topps Black Border. Yeah, the update, Topps Update Black Border. Numbered out of 59. And this card right here is way better looking than I ever thought it was going to be. This is from 2011. I don't remember the name of this parallel. So it's Topps Diamond Anniversary. It's a blue bordered out of 60. Look at the shine on this card. Wow, man. Obviously, sweet that there's a infielder's butt right in the picture. But I love how Rick is sliding in his third base coach, who I can't make out his last name. If anybody knows who that is, I'd appreciate that. But just a beautiful card. Was really happy to be able to snag that for a really good deal. That came with the Topps gold label from 2000. And the last one I had, one of the last teams he played for was the Washington Nationals. And I've got this Walmart Topps Update blue border parallel, not super rare or anything. Other than that, they were Walmart exclusive packs. But I thought this was a really cool card because he's playing with Bryce Harper here, and I believe that's Denard Span in the middle. So he had a couple of really good teammates, and he's got one of his better throws of his career was on the Nationals when he kept a runner from tagging up and going home. You have to look that one up too. So he ended his career playing with the Royals and then the Houston Astros. Houston Astros and then the Royals, which he retired after playing with the Royals. But they didn't really make any cards of him in those uniforms. They do just some base cards, but that's the collection minus the autographs. And I know I've been going on a bit here, so I'm going to keep this under a half hour. Thank you for sticking with me if you've done so. One thing that's been really cool about collecting Rick Ankiel is the price of the cards. And let me tell you, I love that I can do a side PC that's not going to burn through my funds like Alex Rodriguez. I'm really, really happy and proud of that collection. And I'm adding to it, as you'll see in a video in a couple of days. But other than that, I've really, really enjoyed picking these up for reasonable prices. And all the people on eBay and people in our group have sold these to me for more than reasonable prices, like I said. So I'm going to show you the only game used card I have, and I think this card is great because it's kind of a prediction. In 2001, they did a bat card of Rick Ankiel. Now, he was a heck of a hitter as a pitcher. He had 2 home runs in 2000, and they were able to get a game-used bat from him, and they put him in a few bat cards. And this is the only one that I have so far, but I think it's a great premonition because he ended up becoming a really, really good hitter. He's the only pitcher / hitter in Major League history to hit over 30 home runs and start 30 games as a pitcher. So I just wanted to throw that stat out there. I think it's a really, really neat stat. Only one other player has done it. His name is Babe Ruth. So there you go. Pretty elite company to be in. This is the other card that Ryan sent me from 2000 Skybox Autographics. And I really love Rick's signature. As you can see, a little bit blurry in the back, but he's got a nice long signature. And a lot of times he'll dot the I over here to the right, which looks really, really cool. So love that card. Thanks again, Ryan. 2000 Topps Gallery. Really cool looking card. It's just simple, clean design on that one. 2000 Fleer Showcase, fresh ink. Probably my favorite autograph that I have is from 2000 Topps. And this is the I'm gonna get this wrong. This is like a golden anniversary autograph. And these had they had very, very tough odds. My speech is slowly deteriorating over this video, but these had really, really tough odds. A few hundred packs to get the players in this group that he was in, but love the design of the card with the baseball behind it. Topps did a great job with this one. This would have been a really, really big card back in 2000. And it's got the blue ink on it too, so really, really enjoy that. You can see he put the dot way up there for the eyes, so that's pretty cool. This is Fleer Ultra Fresh ink from 2000. And look at the dots all the way over to the right, so kind of interesting to see the difference in his autograph. This is 2001 Fleer Premium, the Decade of Excellence, hand numbered out of 99. Really interesting design with that old school stadium behind him. Busch Stadium, I believe, right? Not a huge Cardinals fan compared to Mariners fan, but I'm a little bit familiar with that. This is from 2018 Gold Label. This is one of those, they did all their autographs in gold frames, so I don't have a magnetic or even a top loader to fit this, but funny that they included him with a mustache. This is his last year on the Cardinals, and he did that to honor a teammate. One teammate grew a mustache or a beard or something, and they all did it, and then he kept the stash for a bit, but often Rick had the soul patch, so great autograph. Forgot to dot the I which is funny, but he probably signed so many of these, he got tired of keeping it all the same. So love that card. Pretty unique with that gold frame. These two are from 2019. This is the Topps Legacy of Baseball Gold out of 50. It's the only sticker auto I have of him, but I feel like this would be a super easy rainbow to complete. There's the 250 version, 150 version, and then the 25 version. Not sure if there's a 101, but not bad for a sticker auto. 2019 Topps, it's not Tech, it's called High Tech. Yep. So this is the unnumbered version. I have a couple numbered versions on their way. This should be a decently easy rainbow to complete besides the 101. So if anybody's got a 101 out there, please let me know. It'd be awesome to snag that. Glad they used a picture from, I believe that's 2008. And then my last card I'm going to show is the 2001 Upper Deck Game Used Jersey Autograph. And these were super tough, as people know. It's my only game used auto of Rick. So I just want to say thank you for sticking with me. I know I crossed the half hour mark, but I really enjoyed going through his story, and I just wanted to again, say how much fun it's been collecting Rick Ankiel up to this point. I'm really excited to see where this side PC goes, and thank you all for watching this video. We'll catch you guys later.